Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the first reading vlog of 2022. I still can't believe it's 2022. I feel like 2021 flew by. Reading wise, I did really well for 2021. I aimed for 100, I read 128. Unreading wise, I brought over to the new year 106 books. So for that reason, my goal is 107. I am going to do a reading goals video for this month as well, for the year as well. That should be up in January. But as a sneak little peek, that was my reading goal. And one of my other goals is to not haul as more books than I read each month. So let's see if I can do that. Anyway, this week, what am I reading? Well, I'm going to start off with The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. I am already nearly halfway through it. I will link my TBR video down below so you can see what the synopsis is, so I don't want to read it again to you so you don't get bored. What do I think? It's okay. The first incident with our main characters, I was a bit like, okay. I don't like that sort of, and I don't want people to think I'm reading too much into it. I just think if it was the other way around, that character would be getting condemned. It would be, oh my god, you should have asked permission. And it's like, because it's a girl doing it to a guy, it's like, oh my god, that's like so cute and funny, good to her. It was just a bit iffy for me. But as I've read more of the story and I've seen their friendship develop to potentially a relationship, I am enjoying it a lot more. I don't really like this book and she did gift this to me for Christmas, so is it going along the track of, if this is the first time you're ever watching my video, on my channel, I should say, one of the things I have and that I've realised over the past few years is that with really hyped books, I tend to not enjoy them as much. There are a few where I'm like, oh my god, I understand the hype. Majority of the time I'm like, ugh, why? Or it's a 3 or a 4 star, not a 5. Oh my god, amazing. Is this happening with The Love Hypothesis? Not at the moment. Well, I'm not like, oh my god, this is 5 stars, but I'm not like, oh my god, this is a 3 stars. It is a very solid 4 at this moment. I think it will depend on how this relationship develops and other incidents that I think happen with other characters as to whether or not it's a 5 star. But this week I also plan to read, and I think this may be my only other book this week because of how chunky it is, Empire of the Vampire by Jay Kristoff. It's been 27 years since the sun last rose. Vampires are literally ruling the land now, and you follow the story of the last Silver Saint, who is a sworn brother of the Holy Silver Order dedicated to defending the realm from creatures of the night. He is half man, half monster. He's in prison, so basically he's telling you his story and the quest for humanity's last remaining hope, the Holy Grail. This is the Illumicrate version, so it's gold with lovely stenciled edges. It is signed by Jay himself. And there is I think that's a sigil of one of the vampire families. If I am correct, this is about 720 pages long. I'm trying not to see anything. Oh my god, I was right, 719. So only 1 page off. Wow. So it's a big book. I'm not aiming to have this read by like midweek. Tomorrow is a bank holiday here in the UK, so I do have tomorrow off. So my hope is I can finish The Love Hypothesis tonight, get a good chunk of this read tomorrow. I want to say 50%, but it's probably going to be more about 30, unless I really get into it. So about, you know what, if I can read about 250 pages of this tomorrow, and then just spread it across the week to read the rest, I'll be a happy Shelley. If I can have this finished by Friday, Saturday, excellent. Will I pick another book up straight away? I don't know, depending on how I get on with this one. Even if I might not even finish this. It might be a DNF. Again, this is a really hyped book. But Nevernight was a series that I genuinely did enjoy. So this may be, again, like the Love Hypothesis, one of those where I'm going with the grain, not against the grain. So yes, I will update you though when I have finished the Love Hypothesis. But another reason why I'm not planning on picking up a third book is I want to try and film as many videos as I can so I can spread them throughout January, potentially February, although that might be a no. But let's see how this week goes. And yeah, so I'll update you when I have finished the Love Hypothesis. 9:20 on the 2nd, I finished the Love Hypothesis. I finished it a few hours ago, I've just not updated. I've given it 4 stars. I will be honest, I didn't like the first chapter, like I mentioned earlier. And like I said, if that had been the other way around and it was a male doing it to a female, he would be getting called out. I didn't like the forced PDAs. I know they had to make this relationship seem real at the start. I hated that they were forced to do it by someone else. They didn't talk to each other to say, oh, if we do this, if we're seen in public at this is what we'll do. I know they had their dates on a Wednesday, but I really wish they would have kind of put out like, oh, this is what we'll do at these situations if this happens and stuff. After that though, and I know it was after the picnic, when I saw that this fake relationship had turned to a genuine friendship and they were talking to each other and it developed to a real friendship, to real feelings, to a relationship. I love that. I actually did see him falling for her before she realised she liked him, because it was just a bit, no one accepts that situation without a little bit of feeling there. But the big situation that happens with that character, I saw it coming from the hints. However, the way it played out and the way it was dealt with in the aftermath by the side characters and the love interest, love it. I actually love it. That showed that they were genuinely good friends. Going on to the friends, Malcolm and Holden, adore them. I want Malcolm as my own best friend. I want to see a book on them. I need a book on them. Now on to Anne. Anne was a good friend. Her reaction to when it all came out and her realisation that Olive had done this for her, I liked it. What I didn't like about her that made her a bit of a B-word, she had no right to tell Josh this situation at the start. She had no right. That wasn't her story to tell. But then he's an even bigger asswipe by telling everyone around the faculty. I want Anne to find someone better than Josh, because when he realised that Olive was with Adam in that scene and his little, well, are you coming? Maybe I'm reading a bit too much into it, but it's like he's almost a bit possessive, a bit like, well, hang on a minute. Like, I know he's meant to really like Anne, they have this relationship, but it was almost like if I can't have you, I'm not going to let him have you. I'm probably reading too much into this. I'm going to get a gut flag. If you disagree, let me know down below. If I am reading too much into this, let me know. I'm not knowledgeable in relationships, so I may be reading too much into it, but from what I read, that's what I saw. Final thought, Adam is my knight in black t-shirt armour, because that scene was just so cute. Yes, 4 stars. So do I hype it up as much as everyone else? No. Do I believe the hype? Kind of. There's just, like I said, it's just that first, like, 25%, I'll say. But I have finished my first book for 2022. Woo! Now on to the next book. Empire of the Vampire. I'm not actually going to start this today. I have got some stuff to do. I need to finish off doing my journaling. So I will start this tomorrow in between loads of washing and shopping. So I will update you when I have actually started and have got some way through and have some thoughts. Monday evening. Do you remember my plan to read 200 pages of this at least today? Not happening. I'm finding it a slow read. Compared to how fast I normally read fantasy, it's a slow read, which I think I'm going to like. I am 106 pages in at the moment. It's okay. I don't know what else to say. At the moment, I can't even give it a rating. I don't know what to think. I've enjoyed the story so far. Ish. You get introduced to a lot of characters within 100 pages, and I'm literally just like, I'm not gonna remember who half of you are. There's not a lot of, and I know it's an adult fantasy. There's not a lot of. In Nevernight, Jay's very crude, I'll say, as a character. Our main character is very crude. There's no censorship, if that makes sense. Some of the crudeness isn't needed. It literally feels like that word's been chucked in there for no reason, just to be like, oh my god, we're an adult, I can chuck that word in. For example, in one of the scenes, our main character, when he's recounting his younger years, steps outside. He's like, "Oh, it's so cold, my bollocks went up to my body." And I'm like, "Do we need bollocks really? Do I need that? Why couldn't you just say my balls went up on my body, or I don't know, my things shriveled up, something like that." It was one of those where it was like, do I need to know how cold it is? Because I'll be honest, the cold had no impact on the rest of the scene. So it was like, well, I know it's just setting the scene. I was just a bit like, this book is big enough as it is. Am I going to get to the end of it and think, gosh, 200 pages of this could be cut down? Because I'm going to be honest, I feel about 20 pages that I've currently read could have been cut out because there was no need for it. Literally, them 20 pages could be condensed down to 2 pages, and this would have been under 700 pages. So I think it's 712. So yeah, I this is gonna be a fun book to read. It's also 719, so it could have been cut down to 699 pages, in my eyes, already. I'm saying I'm not going to judge. I am judging because it's a thick book. And I'm almost thinking there needs to be some things in here that feel necessary for it to be so big. And to say that literally about a fifth of what I've currently read could have been probably cut out and it wouldn't have had much of an impact. Sorry about that cut. I'm on sprints and my iPad is in the kitchen and I've realised the time went off. You may have heard it actually at the end. So yeah, I'm going to stop for the night. I could probably read another 40, 50 pages. I'm just absolutely shattered. So I just want an hour of doing other things to make my mind more tired so I sleep for work. Because I am back at work tomorrow. So I think my plan for this being my week-long book is correct. But yeah, an okay start. I am hoping it picks up quite a bit, otherwise I'm not going to be a happy bunny. Hi, Thursday evening. You will have noticed I haven't updated much. I'm still on with Empire of the Vampire. I am currently just under 50%. I think I'm on like 44. Oh, not enjoying it as much as I thought I would. I'm finding I'm having to read it in like 100-page increments because that's the only amount of pages that my mind can actually stick with this book for before it goes, nope, not retaining anything else. I say that I'm not reading tonight because I'm really tired and I know I will not be able to retain anything. This book is so dense. I can't remember if I oh yeah. Do you remember how I said in the beginning of like the first 100 pages, I thought 20 pages or so could be cut out? I'm thinking that could be about 50 pages right now. And people are going to be like, Michelle, what 50 pages? At this moment in time, the pages that keep interrupting the frigging story. I'm not going to spoil any details. I'm going to spoil a little bit of how this book's currently going, how you read it. So you have our guy, Gabriel, the lion. So you have our lion telling his story. It's either the first few years in this monastery, or it's like 20 years later-ish, I want to say, or even 10. And he's in the story, and you've got a grip on it. You've got a grip on this story. You're interested. And then the person he's speaking to comes in the picture and goes, think I'm a child. Explain to me like I'm a child. If this is an adult book, why does it have to be broken down for children? And I know people are going to be like, Michelle, it's just part of the story. He's just wanting more details. I'm sorry, no. If I am an adult reading this book, I do not want things broken down. Because the things he's actually breaking down, I've already figured out. I don't need it breaking down. And by actually doing that, by literally and I'm not joking, middle of a story, you are broken off for 2 to 4, potentially 4 pages of this other vampire dude interrupting, going, Gabriel, explain it to me like I'm a child. Gabriel, do you want a drink? And Gabriel, do you know what? This is the thing. They keep saying we, so I'm guessing they're like meant to be French or something. But I don't read that in a like French accent or anything. I don't read it in a hoity-toity accent like they're meant to be. Like it's meant to be like this guy's so annoying and stuff. But I'll read it as this annoying, and I do read it as annoying. I read it as annoying voice going, and Gabriel, just shut up. Just shut up and let me get involved with the story. Because I'm being honest, I think that's part of the reason that I'm not liking this. And another thing, so when Gabriel's telling his story, it's not just in one nice flow from the beginning right through to recent. No. Here's a chunk for the beginning part of how he started this journey. Here's another chunk that comes from like more recent times. But now we're going back to the beginning. And I'm just like, can this flow just come together? Can I just have a nice flowing story? I can't. At the moment, this is a 3-star book. I am that annoyed. It is a 3-star book. I'm not DNFing. I know someone will be sat there thinking, Michelle, you need to DNF. You're getting really annoyed. You're not liking this character. You said in your unhaul video, you DNF, or you low rate, or you unhaul if you do not like a character. This book is so hyped. I loved Nevernight. Do you know what? Not even the hype. The fact that I love Nevernight is the reason I'm carrying on this story. If I do not like this book, or it gets no higher than a 3.5, I'll give it 0.5. If it does not get better than 3.5, and there isn't a plot point where I want to carry on, because at the moment I do not want to carry on. There is nothing in this book, even the overarching story of this grail, this holy grail, is not making me want to carry on this story. Or this series. If there isn't a plot that is introduced pretty quickly, because like I said, I'm nearly 50% of the way through, I will be unhauling this book, and it might not even be the end of the year. Because if I'm correct, there is someone in work who would like to read this book. If I'm incorrect, I'm just selling it because it's a Lumigrat. Yes, it's woohoo! I've read it, so I can't get full money, but I can get my price back for the box. I need this to improve. I need it to improve, or I'm going to, with my second book of the year, is going to be a massive letdown. Now, I'm not reading tonight. Like I said earlier, I'm really sleepy, and I need to be not sleepy to concentrate on this story. And do you know what? I actually thought when I picked this book up, if I don't read every day, I'm going to be devastated. I actually said to myself when I picked this book up, I thought if I don't read every day, I'm going to be gutted because I'm going to love this story. It's Jay. I love Jay. Well, I love a series of Jay. I'm not loving it. And I actually think I am going to get to the end of this book and think 100 pages of this could have been cut out. Do you know what? The guy that I don't like, the character I don't like, Gabriel. If he didn't cut in so much, I think I would like it a tiny bit more, because it's his cutting in that is making me kind of hate hating it, because it's disrupting the flow. If he cut in at the end, because if they think the book is in like parts, if he came in at the end and was like, do you know what, a couple of points, can you just dumb this down for me? That'd be fine. Not, can you treat me like a child? Speak to me like I'm a child. You're not a child, you're an immortal. Why would he treat you like a child? You're in the body of like a 30, 40-year-old. Why is he treating you like a child? Do you know what? And here's the thing. I think there is a twist coming which is going to turn around my whole thought of this book. I think there is a big twist coming with this character I don't like. I'm not going to say for spoiler reasons. If this turns out to be correct, I will be carrying on this series. And I owe Jay an apology. And you may think, Michelle, if you've guessed the twist, why apology? Because the only reason I think I've guessed the twist is because in my annoyed self, literally, I think it was not last night, it was Tuesday, I literally closed the book for my 100 pages and just went, if this turns out to be X, I'm going to be so annoyed that I got annoyed at this character. But I can see Jay doing this. But at the same time as me saying it will change, I will want to finish it, I will want to carry on this series, at the same time, he's left no little crumbs to lead me to this thought. Like I said, it was just an annoyed thought I had. And if he doesn't leave any crumbs that leads to this, it will annoy me even more. I know I've just contradicted myself, but I'm being honest. Yeah, so that's my update for tonight. I'm too tired. You can't tell, you can't even see my bags. God, this camera's good. I'm just so sleepy. I'm not forcing myself to read if I don't feel like reading, or if I'm sleepy, because I'll forget things. And I'm trying to improve my reviews this year, people. I'm actually going to try and put them on Goodreads. I'm going to try and put more details on, because one thing my colleague said to me about my unhaul, you could have been a bit more descriptive, but I liked what you actually said while you were unhauling it. So thank you, my G. She knows who she is. She will be in a vlog, along with another one of my work colleagues, hopefully. Either a picture or name. But that's coming up. Not spoiling. So yeah. So like I said, I'm really sleepy tonight, so I'm not reading because I need to be awake. So the plan is to still finish this book Sunday. I'm hoping Saturday. I don't know if I'm doing anything Saturday at this moment, I'm being honest. So I'm hoping I can do a couple of sprints and get a good chunk of it read. I'm going to try and push myself to do 150 pages tomorrow. I might just read 100 and then leave it an hour and then do another 50. Just because I don't want to carry it into a second week. And I actually do want to start a third book this week, if I can. I actually have one picked out, but I don't necessarily say what it is in case I don't read it. This has been a longer update than thought, which shows that I am a bit... I have factual thoughts. So hopefully my next update will be detailed and it'll be me saying I finished. Fingers crossed. Saturday evening. I finished Empire the Vampire. I've given it a week 4 stars. I'm going to be honest, the second half, the pacing is a little bit better, just a little bit. You don't get as many interruptions from my favourite character. And I genuinely feel the two stories being told come together. You kind of realise why certain things are being said. Like, you might, well, no, not being said, but why you're seeing certain points from his younger life, now his adult life. I'm gonna be honest, I saw the it wasn't even a twist, I saw the reveal of the two people you love most, what happened with them. I enjoyed the reveal of who was there when he had two of his happiest days of his life, because I genuinely think that is a friendship, and I quite enjoy that. I love the relationship between Gabriel and Dior, how it's gone from this hating of each other to, I genuinely care for you, I will lay my life on the line for you. The ending itself of him and Dior in that place was kind of obvious. The character is so into the faith, and it's like, oh, what did you expect? How else did you expect this character to help? It was a bit of a read the prophecy, read it. Not a spoiler, just a hint of it, how it may help. But by gosh, this first half of this book, as I said before, needs to be edited down. We didn't need a 719 page book. And if the next two are bigger, and I mean a proper 800 page book, I don't know if I will carry it on. Even though I've rated it 4 stars, it's a weak 4 stars. So when it comes to series, I go into them knowing that I'm going to know at the end of the first book what this end goal is, what it's all leading up to. And I know in Empire of the Vampire it's meant to be to end what's happening with the vampires being overrunning the world and stuff. I don't get that in this book. I get that this goal is to end this one line. What about the rest? You know little of his line, of the extra thing we find. There are certain things that have been left out that I know we weren't going to find out all the information in the first book. I just think it would have helped. Although that reveal of that Mothy character didn't see coming. I think there's another couple of reveals coming with that one. But yeah, weak 4 stars. Not being unhauled to my colleagues, I will have to send her a message. Well, I'll speak to her Monday and apologise. But second book down of the month, a day earlier than expected. Yay! I am going to pick up another book tonight. That will be Ace of Spades by Farida BK Yamida. This is like, it's like a Gossip Girl type thing, I think. Yeah, it's set in like a private academy. There's like a Gossip Girl type character who's revealing secrets, and there's 2 characters who are trying to not have their secrets revealed, I think. So yeah, so this is a 400 odd page book. Yeah, it's like nearly 500, I think. Yeah, 470 page book, so I'm not expecting to finish this tonight. I'm expecting this to be my tomorrow book as well. And then hopefully I can end this week with 3 books read for January. So I will update you when I am somewhere through Ace of Spades. 5:20 Sunday. I finished Ace of Spades. 5 stars. I want to say I'm lost for words, but I have things to say, but I don't think they'll reach the high of what I'm feeling for this book. Wow. Gossip Girl meets Get Out. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. I loved Farida's writing style. I love how quickly this book flowed. I read 70 pages last night in about 20 minutes. I read the other 400 in 2 1-hour sprints on Pris's channel. And the second hour, I only technically read 40 minutes. That is how quickly this book reads. And people can say there's not a lot of description. There isn't a lot of description. What description you do get gives you the chills, sets out what this school is like in little words, and you still have a massive impact on the twist. Well, twists, I should say. Our 2 main characters, I'm going to be honest, I didn't like the female one to start off with. I thought she was very materialistic, very fake, and then you start seeing the cracks and you realise that's not who she is. The main character gelled with him straight away. I think that's because as a child, as a person who, when a child didn't have a lot of money in the family, I resonated a lot with him. I luckily was able to get out of that where I had money and things. So I wasn't in poverty at all, but we were lower class. I, through no fault of my parents as well, if any of my family watching this, it's circumstances, but I resonated with this character. And the development of the story where, I'll be honest, at first I just thought it's the mean girl getting taken down. And then you see the little crumbs of, is it something else? Especially with how it gels with the other characters. These characters don't interact. Despite being the 2 only black students at this school, they don't interact. And to see them kind of being forced to interact and how they do that and how well they actually get on, and the friendship that's developed from this quite, I should say, crazy thing was amazing. The epilogue, that twist in the last paragraph, or the last sentence even. Social horror is, because even though this is a fantasy, I can genuinely see this happening right now in some schools in certain countries. Genuinely see it happening, and that is a horror aspect of it and the social aspect, and I just love it. I love it so much. This was Farida's first, debut book. She does have a second book coming out. It's already in Goodreads. I don't know when. It's an automatic buy. It is an automatic buy, and I think I have found a new favourite YA author. There isn't many where their debut book hooks me and makes me think about my life and what can be going on. This one did. Wow. I didn't think I would want to read another book tonight, but you know what? I'm on a reading mojo. I think because of how quickly I finished this. So the next book I will be starting, not anytime soon because I need to have tea and salt washing, is Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ng. I still can't pronounce her surname. Basically, you have the picture perfect family, a picture perfect neighbourhood, and a single mother and artist comes in with her daughter, and they become integrated into this community, but then the mother doesn't follow the rules, and you see how that impacts the community and this family. This is for Buzzwordathon. The prompt for January is the 5 W, so who, what, where, how, and why. My Buzzwordathon TBR for the year will be coming out sometime this month. I just have to film it. So yeah, this is like a 388 page book. Yep. So I'm not planning on finishing this tonight. If I do finish it tonight, go me. So yeah, I'll update you when I am somewhere through this book and wrap up this vlog. It's 8:30 Sunday. I'm going to wrap up this vlog. I'm only 13% of the way through Little Fires Everywhere. It's okay at the moment. It's a contemporary, and it's one of those where it's got to set up the story before it can tell the story, which is understandable. Because it's opposite, this is a film. Because this is a TV show, I've kind of heard what it's about in more detail. And I do know the TV show, it doesn't change a lot. But I'm not considering that, and I'm not going to say I think I know what's happened. I'm not going to say that. It's just inklings, and I'm like, okay. Sorry for the cut there. Windows open. This room got quite warm. Not one room cut yet. So yeah, I'm not saying I know what's gonna happen. It's just I don't read a lot of contemporary, and I do take them slower. I've read 13% in about 40 minutes, so it's 50 pages. For me, you guys will know that it's slow. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it there because I'm a bit tired and I need to go to sleep for work. So yeah, a good reading week though. End of the 9th, and I've read 3 books. One of the biggest ones on my TBR shelves. You know, can't wish for more. And really, going on, I need to read about 2 books a week, which I will smash, hopefully. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next video, which I don't know what that'll be. But until then, bye.